Hello, everyone. Welcome back to
The Ginger and Spice podcast.
I genuinely think we're going to have to come up with a new intro at some point.
I think that's cute. We've done it for long enough. Everyone
Is it-
knows what it means.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine for now. I don't know what else we could possibly say.
I'm not singing.
No, that would be worse. So we are back on our actual ZA journey now. So we had detoured off to Ruthless Boys, and our last podcast we had covered all of the Ruthless Boys books, so 1 to 5 in that one podcast. It was quite a long one.
I still miss them.
I
Dearly.
heavily miss them.
Like,
I'll think about them daily.
Yeah.
Every single day. I cannot even tell you how much I miss them. And when I was reading this one, book 4 of ZA, all I could think about was how much I missed them. I'm so glad Gabriel was in this. It felt like the smallest, tiniest attachment.
The smallest bit of hope.
Yeah. So this is book 4 of Zodiac Academy, aka Shadow Princess. We did intend to do book 5 as well in this podcast, but if you've already read Zodiac Academy or you're reading along with us, you will know that the books get fucking hefty as shit the further you read along. Like, they are enormous now. And obviously we still have the other podcast of our weekly wrap up, which is themed for our socials. So we have to balance that out. And yeah, we could have done book 5 just because we're audio booking this whole series, by the way. That's what makes it a little bit easier for us, because otherwise there'd just be no fucking chance.
No, it'd be carnage.
So we probably could have done book 5 only just, but I don't really feel like we would have been able to like make the same kind of notes and give the same kind of attention and that kind of thing. So yeah, so this week, this podcast is just book 4, Shadow Princess. And yeah, honestly, when we started reading this, I was sort of like, maybe I should have gone back to book 3 and listened to like the last couple of chapters again, just to kind of refresh my mind. However, once book 4 started, it did all kind of come flooding back.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. And especially as I was reading on as well, or listening on, all of the things that happened in book 3 kind of did come flooding back. I will say, I don't regret stopping ZA at book 3 and going into Ruthless Boys at all. I feel like that was the best decision we ever made. However, the only downside to that was obviously you're 5 books deep into a different series and characters, and then you got to go back and be like, wait, so what happened in book 3 again? But like I said, you do get to that point. You do start remembering as the book goes on. And eventually I'd say sort of by like a third of the way through, I'd kind of like leveled out and I'd found my rhythm again with ZA.
Oh, nice.
It was just difficult getting used to those characters again as well. Sure. Do you not think?
And do you know what? Like, the other thing was, because we were saying once we finished Ruthless Boys, we were like, oh, I've got to go back to ZA, and they're all like kids, and I'm just not sure, and I don't know if I'm going to like it anymore. But when I was reading this, I had a great time.
Yeah,
like, I really got into it, like, quickly. I was like, I thought that I'd be like, oh, but I really miss the Ruthless Boys and I don't know what's going on. But like, I jumped into this and I fucking enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah, I did have a really good time as well. And everyone was saying to us, like, because we had obviously, you know, made it quite known that we were apprehensive going back into Zodiac Academy because we fucking love Ruthless Boys. And everyone had said to us, it does get better at book 4. Like, that's really where it turns, and it takes it kind of takes a turning point, really, and the spice kicks up, the plot kicks up, like everything does kick up a notch. I'd say the first 3 books plus those little novellas at the start really are quite literally setting the scene, and then book 4 finally does feel like we really are pushing into some serious plot lines now. Finally. Do you want to give a quick rundown?
I would love to.
Of kind of where we are with this book.
Yeah. So with this book, so we finished the last book and we had the girls found out that they were phoenixes, which was very exciting. Yeah. And also we had the ritual where they were trying to get to the shadow realm and they were using them as like their sacrifices. And Lionel tried to make them forget that this had actually happened. But when we get into this book, they actually tell the boys that they remember everything. So they remember everything. They know that Lionel done all this stuff and they are left with the shadows. So like at nighttime when they're going to bed, they can hear the shadows, or just like randomly when they're going about their day. But also we've got Gabriel that's now come into this, and he's going to help them with like their wings now that they're phoenixes. Like, he's going to teach them how to use their order. But also obviously we've got the heirs as well. The heirs are being classic fucking idiots again. So they're navigating their way around them as well.
So in this one, we kind of reverted back to the whole bully romance plotline. They were really bullying them again.
Yep.
And I did make a note like halfway through this that says, I'm really fucking bored of this plotline now. We get it. Like, how many things can you think to do to bully these girls like out?
But it was
like it's just getting boring.
Exactly.
Now.
Do you know what? It didn't even feel necessary at this point. No, not at all. Because every single one of them, other than Max, like kind of fancied one of them.
Yeah.
So it was like, yeah, but what are you actually gaining out of this? Like, and the plot line with them doing that to them on the Halloween party night, I was like, what?
Yeah, I just
like,
didn't
why have you even come up with this?
Like, there were some funny moments, you know, when Seth turned her into like a bunny rabbit.
Yeah.
And I was like, I was laughing. Like, I was genuinely, I was listening in the car and I was laughing my head off. And it was funny. But I do agree the plot line of them trying to kind of like bully them out was just like, come on.
Yeah.
Come on. How long are we going to string this out for now? Seriously.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that dies down a little bit in book 5. I really don't feel like it was necessary at all. I think considering where book 3 ended and everything that happened at the end and the way that they kind of connected through that situation, I just don't think it was necessary.
No, not at all.
And the whole like Seth going back and forth, he was a fucking prick in this.
Right, so now that we're on this, should we talk about the whole Seth situation with Orion and Darcy?
Yeah.
Because that, for me, I'm not sure about that.
That pissed me off.
That I was actually fucking raging.
It like royally pissed me off.
Because people had said on our socials, they were like, oh, you know, you're just really up and down with Seth. And I was like, I mean, he's been fine. Like 1 to 3, I was like, okay, he's been a bit of a prick, but like he's been all right. And then him doing that in this, I was like, oh, no.
Yep.
You're not for me anymore. No
But
chance.
even just the general way he was written in this as well just seemed to be more intensely dickish.
Yeah.
Not even like...
There was nothing funny about him in this.
No. It all seemed really fucking malicious.
Yeah.
And that's what I didn't like. I think in all the previous books, there was still some edge of humour to it and still some edge of like, oh, it's just Seth being Seth. But in this one, it really did feel like mean and malicious and just being a prick for the sake of it.
Yeah.
I just didn't like it. I did not like that whole storyline where he caught them and then he was like blackmailing her and them. Like, I just didn't like it. And I was hoping it would change as I got to the end of the book. And you got like glimpses of where you potentially could see that maybe there was an ulterior motive as to why he was doing it.
Yeah.
But it's like, it doesn't matter what the ulterior motive is. Like, you're still behaving like a prick.
Yeah.
To these people.
I agree, yeah.
Yeah. He was not my favourite. He was my least favourite character in this one. He's really at the bottom of the pile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wasn't happy about it. And the way that he used it afterwards, like to get her to do certain things, no, not for me. So just on that bullying aspect, obviously, the other situation that they had was that the lads out of nowhere, like we mentioned earlier, just came up with giving the girls potions so that they would make fools of themselves at the Halloween party. What actually happened was, so they gave Darcy a potion where she would see ravens and she would like chase after ravens like she was on drugs. And then they gave Tori one where she just wanted everyone to touch her, so it made her look like a bit of a slut.
Yeah, she was getting all like turned on everything, wasn't she? Just from like, she was like trying to touch people's physical skin as well, trying to get skin to skin contact because it was like making her feel good.
Yeah.
Listening to that as well was making me feel really fucking uncomfortable.
I mean, it was bad for everyone involved. But the boys were sort of watching. But then obviously Darius likes Tori, that we think, and then Caleb likes Tori. So they both just sort of fucked off and left Max and Seth to it. Seth obviously kind of does like Darcy, but he's being a prick now that he's figured out this whole situation with Orion. And I just thought, I don't really understand what this plot line is for. I don't really know why we're doing this.
Yeah.
Because then straight afterwards, they changed the narrative anyway.
It was very, very up and down. I just don't feel like... I tell you what, I feel like it's being forced on us unnecessarily. Like they're forcing that plot line.
Yeah.
I reckon you could have shaved off a couple of 100 pages
just of that
just
shit.
by removing all of that unnecessary bullying shit that actually didn't add any value to the story whatsoever. Now whether these situations are going to make sense in book 5 or so on, potentially. We all know, everyone has said to us, you know, they write things for a reason. Everything will make sense the longer that you read. So I totally get it. Like, maybe it'll make sense later on. Right now, it feels like it was forced.
Yeah, I
and
agree.
It wasn't needed. But we'll see how we go in the following books. There might be some big fucking grand secret that's going to come out with Seth that explains why he's been a knob, but I'm not holding my fucking breath. Also, you know, but just to go off on a tangent, what's the point in Max?
Right. So the Max and Geraldine thing, very cute, very nice, whatever.
Yeah, it was making me laugh.
What?
Yeah.
What?
He just became like obsessed out of nowhere.
And then his main character then became a thing because he liked Geraldine. He wasn't even in it.
I know.
Before.
I know.
He had like 2 lines. Now he's got this massive plot line.
He's the spare heir.
Yeah.
And now he's got this plot line with Geraldine that just came out of nowhere, left field, and now he's utterly fucking obsessed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just, honestly, I don't know. I just don't get it. I'm like, not that this is the be's all and end all, but there was no build up in their relationship. Certainly not enough, because in my head, I'm like picturing Max as this gorgeous heir.
Yeah.
You know, tall, bit mysterious because we don't know much about him, quite chilled, you know. And then I'm picturing Geraldine as some kind of like female minotaur.
Yeah.
I mean, even their voice, like you said in the audio, is a bit rough.
Yeah.
And I think that was intentional to convey the type of character that she is.
Just a bit dorky.
And and I just don't know, their characters don't fit, and it would have been better if we'd had maybe a bit more of a build up, but it just seemed to go from 0 to 150
They literally
out of fucking nowhere.
They literally slept with each other, and then he was obsessed, but we don't know why he ended up being obsessed in the first place.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It was just like, and she was all like, chill out, Max, fucking hell. And he's like, oh, please, I want to do it again. I'm so desperate for you. And even he was just like falling all over himself, like fawning all over her. Like when they were out in public as well, he'd see her and then he'd just lose his fucking shit completely. Yeah. And it was just like, has she put some kind of fucking spell on him or something?
It's very weird.
I don't know if there's more to this story or not. If there isn't more to this story, I'm going to be really disappointed if this has just been like forced on us 0 to 100 with zero progression.
Well, the big ass party is about them two.
Okay, so
maybe there must be something in book 5 that is to do with both of them.
I hope so.
Because they didn't do it again.
No. Maybe we'll get some backstory on how we got there then. That would be good,
I hope so.
Okay, so shall we talk about the whole point of the book, which was Shadow Princess?
Yep.
Claraara.
Yes.
And then after that, we'll go into Darius and Tori and their relationship and that fucking ending. How it ended. And that should wrap us up quite nicely into ratings and stuff.
Yep.
And then we can finish up.
Yeah.
Should we do that?
Let's do it.
Okay, so Claraara as the Shadow Princess. So the twins were, for context, I mean, obviously if you've read it, you will already know. But after the situation in book 3, they were left with these shadows like that had become a part of them. One of them was kind of embracing the shadows when she shouldn't have been, and the other one wasn't. And they were, you know, like seeing things, hearing things, and Darcy had someone in the shadows talking to her. And that someone eventually turned out to be Claraara. Now, we didn't find that out until near the end when Lance sort of stepped into those shadows with her. I think they were holding hands or something, weren't they? And he stepped into the shadows with her. And then Lance was like, holy shit. Mm-hmm. Claraara, what the fuck? And then anyway, they brought Claraara back. That was a Cliff Notes version, really. And we obviously hadn't seen Claraara. Well, to be fair, we've seen Claraara in Ruthless Boys, very briefly, actually, saying that, which feels like if you did read it in that order, it actually makes sense why she would kind of crop up there in Ruthless Boys now.
Yeah, for sure.
But obviously, if you had read the novellas at the beginning of Zodiac Academy, you will obviously know the backstory of what happened with Claraara and Lance and Darius and Lionel, etc. You'll know all that backstory. So we hadn't really seen her since then. Yeah, and then all of a sudden there she was, and now she's back.
She's having a full wash on me.
She's having a bath. I mean, she's happy. She's comfortable.
You got to do what you got to do, and to get by.
If you're not watching this on video, Bella, my cat, is currently sat on Tia's lap because apparently I don't exist when Tia arrives.
Yeah.
And she's just having a little wash up.
She's having a full wash, full body wash.
Yeah.
It's been going on for a while now.
whatever you do not touch her after, because her whole fur will be wet. She'll smell amazing. I don't know how that makes any fucking sense, to be honest. Like, when we sniff her, we're like, you smell amazing. How? You don't even use, like, shampoo. You know what I mean? It's just... And you don't even brush your teeth.
That's a good point.
But yet, your fur is so soft and so clean and smells amazing.
That's wild.
Oh, we forgot to say what we were drinking at the beginning. So, little ASMR. Basically, this is a margarita on the rocks.
It's less potent than it was earlier.
Yeah, because the ice cubes have melted.
Yeah, it's helped.
Yeah, it has helped. And we've got water in our fancy new cups, which #gifted were sent to us by a follower of ours that's been with us since the very beginning. And honestly, again, if you're not watching this on video, you won't be able to see, but these are fucking amazing. They are stunning.
They're so beautiful.
And they're bookish related. So on the back it says "sped those pages," and they're like all glittery, and then there's some gorgeous artwork on the front of like a tattoo girl reading a book. It's honestly, they're amazing.
Who's we talking about?
Don't know. We've gone way off.
Claraara.
We were talking about Claraara.
Right, so the final scene. So Claraara comes back and she then stabs Orion, feeds off him, and then just scarpers. Literally fucks off. So then Darcy's there and she's like, oh my God, stay with me. Please don't go. And then he's like, just let me go. It was like a Titanic moment.
It was. It really, really was.
In a cave.
Yeah.
Cave Titanic vibes. Just let me go. I've had my time.
Don't let go.
So that's what we've ended on. So then in our heads, we're like, oh my God, he's going to die. Because obviously Darius and Tori should have been there as well to back them up. And they weren't, because there was some other things going on that we will get into.
Let's get on to Darius and Tori.
Right now. Okay, my first thoughts on this situation is, I get it. She was trying to back herself. And that's fine. A girl's got to do what a girl's got to do. But in my head, they both really, really like each other. And they should have just become Elysian mates.
Yes. The miscommunication was miscommunicating.
Massively.
Because when Darius opened up to Lance and just said it all how it was, I can't stop thinking about her, think we're destined to be together, all this kind of stuff. And I was like, mate, you are telling the wrong fucking person.
Orion's not going to help you.
You're saying all the right words to the wrong person.
Do you know what will help? The stars.
I just feel like they definitely could have communicated it to each other, especially Darius, who had already opened up to somebody else anyway. Yeah. So he'd said all the right words just to the wrong person. And that was a little bit frustrating. I actually wrote in my notes, like, I just wish they would fucking talk to each other. Like, just say it to each other.
Yeah.
And then when they were given the opportunity to say those things to each other, when the literal stars aligned, all of the pent-up anger that she'd been holding on to finally came out. But it came out at the wrong fucking time. Like, I feel like if she had said all of those things previously and then been allowed to kind of like sit with it after she decompressed and she'd gotten all of her anger out, I feel like they would have become Elysian mates.
Yeah, for sure.
Because they would have cleared
100%.
the air. But they cleared the air when they should have been becoming Elysian mates. So while she was like saying all this stuff to him, I was like, yes, girl, go on. Like, you should have said these things so long ago. Like, you're saying all the right things. And I felt empowered for her. And I was like, yes, go on. But at the same time, I was really fucking sad about them not becoming Elysian mates.
So I totally agree with you, because I was in two minds, because I was like, no, they need to become Elysian mates, otherwise they'll be star-crossed, and that's not good. Mm-hmm. And obviously they both really, really like each other. They should have just had this conversation before.
Yeah.
But they haven't. So maybe they should just go for it. I was really like in two minds. And then obviously they got star-crossed and I was actually fuming.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I feel, right, so there's two sides to this, isn't there? Because, yes, I agree. I also was fuming and I'm not happy about it. I really would have liked them to have become Elysian mates. And I think after being with Ruthless Boys and experiencing the Elysian mate situation and that, I was like so ready for it. Yeah. I was like, oh my God, yes, let's do it. And I was annoyed about it. However, obviously, this makes for a fucking great storyline.
Yeah.
Like, it does. When you think about it, you think it's going to go in the direction that you want it to go in, which is they're just going to become Elysian mates and they'll figure it out as they go along. And then they don't, and then become star-crossed. And we've heard about this star-crossed situation a lot from Ruthless Boys.
Yeah.
And obviously it was mentioned very briefly in previous Zodiac Academy books. But seeing it play out, I am actually looking forward to see how this goes. Like, is there going to be any way back for them? Like, can you undo being star-crossed?
So I think once you're star-crossed, you are star-crossed forever. Like, there's no...
At least bonded with multiple men that no one had ever done before. She was Elysian mates with multiple men. Nobody had ever done that before.
So you think that they can just...
If the bond is strong enough, I wonder if they can unstar-cross themselves. Like, what if, like, she dies or he dies and then he's brought back to life? Does that null and void it because he died?
Stop! What if they Elysian mate when they're in their order forms?
Wait, that's a good idea.
Like, that's a good idea. Why hasn't anyone thought about that?
I don't think I've ever wanted a dragon and a phoenix to do bits before.
Oh my god, can you imagine how beautiful they'd be? Them, like, going to the stars as a dragon and a phoenix and then becoming Elysian mates. No, stop, no. That would be a stunning thing to see.
That would be, the visuals in my head would be going crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I've got it.
Picturing it right now. Yeah. Oh, I hope there's a way out. Because I
really hope there's a way out, because I really like them both.
Being star-crossed, doesn't it mean that neither of them can now mate with anybody else? Yeah. That's it.
They were meant to just be with each other.
They can't find anybody else now.
Yeah.
So she obviously gave up the whole Caleb situation.
Which, I'm not going to lie, he took her for fucking sushi and karaoke. Let's be honest. He's not the guy for her.
No, and he literally said, I don't want anything long term. Yeah. And he owned it, which is fine. That's great. Fine. He was honest about it. And then obviously she fucked him off to go and find Darius, and then fucked Darius off for the Elysian mate situation. And I was a little bit like, now what?
She fucked Darius twice in this as well. So it was so obvious that they do like each other. Oh, I don't know. The more I think about it, the more annoyed I'm getting. So I'm like, you should have just done it.
Yeah.
You should have just done it and dealt with the consequences.
For the storyline, it is going to be good.
It better be. I swear to God. I swear to God. If it's just that they potter along to the end. They potter along to... How many books we got left?
A lot.
They potter along for these next 5,000 books. I'm going to be livid. Like, there better be some sort of thing.
Also, don't tell us.
Oh, yeah, but don't
Please
let us know.
do not go in our comments and be like, oh, you'll be fine. Don't even hint to it.
No.
Don't, because I don't want it spoiled. I want to experience the journey as I go along. We've already had enough kind of spoilers. To be fair, I reckon, given that we've spoken about this quite openly a lot, people have been actually very, very respectful of our journey and have not spoiled it for us. And I love the comments when people comment, especially on like the podcast on like Spotify and YouTube and stuff. And I love how into it everybody is, like just giving their opinions on it and how they felt, and at the same point that we're at in the journey.
For sure.
I love connecting with everybody and talking about it in the comments, because it's like people have such strong feelings about it, and honestly, I fucking get it.
Yeah, I
get it.
We are heavily involved in this, like heavily.
I feel like book 4 has really been a game changer for us now.
Oh, for sure. We obviously went through 1 to 3 thinking, this is child's play.
Yeah.
This is fucking light work.
Yeah.
I'm fine. And then this ramped up, like so much happened in this, and it was so exciting. I mean, I'm buzzing off my tits. See what happens in book 5.
Yep, me too. All right, so we've rambled a fucking shitload now. So let's do our ratings for this book.
Yes.
And chili peppers. So what did you give it stars?
Okay, so I gave this a 4.5 and I gave it a 3 for Schleza.
So I gave this, I think I gave it 5 on Goodreads, because you can't do 0.5s, and 4 didn't seem like enough. But I'd say it's like 4.5, edging to a 5. The end was so fucking good.
So good.
So good. that it saved it, but there was so much in the middle of like farting around and the bullying coming
just
back
like
into it.
soap opera vibes.
Yeah.
Up until about the last 50 pages.
There was a lot that wasn't needed, and I know that seems to be quite a theme in most of the books where there is quite a lot of like gumph in the middle that isn't particularly needed. But when you reflect back, a lot of that gumph adds to the character development and your attachment to the characters. However, I felt like in this book there was a lot that didn't even add value to that at all. So I would say that was the only reason I didn't give it 5 full stars. I don't think it was 5 full stars. I'm hoping I do get a ZA 5-star soon. I hope so.
Oh, me too. Like, I haven't even checked the Goodreads ratings.
Oh no.
To see which ones are the best ones. But surely they should get better by the end.
I would have thought so, yeah. Oh, and chili peppers wise, I don't actually think I wrote it down, but I think like 3 to 3.5 is probably fair, because it definitely ramped up. I think like all the previous books were like 2s, weren't they? 1s, 1.5 to 2. I think in like book 3, but maybe not even that. I can't remember now, but there wasn't much. Whereas there was definitely more in this.
Yeah, I agree.
So, and apparently they do get spicier as they go along, so that's good.
We'll take it.
Yeah. Have you got any favourite scenes?
Yes. So I've got a favourite normal scene and I've got a favourite spicy scene.
Oh, a spicy
one.
Chili peppers.
The chilies. Right. So my favourite normal scene is when they go to the palace for Christmas and Geraldine's done all of the fancy stuff for her queens. And they all turn up and then the heirs are there and Lionel. And the heirs say, let's just call a truce just for this sort of next few days. We'll just be nice to each other. And they're like, yeah, go on then. And I think one day they decide to go out and they decide to have a snowball fight. All of the heirs and Orion's there and Xavier's there. And it's all just really lovely because they all just have a fucking laugh. And, you know, like with all the bullying that was going on for most of the book, like this was just nice to see them all come together and just have a laugh.
Yeah.
I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
Great time. And then my favourite spicy scene is so when they're in the palace over Christmas. So Caleb's on one side and Darius is on the other.
They're at the dinner table, aren't they?
They're at the dinner table. And I think it was Darius done it first and he was like stroking her leg and she was like, oh, hello. And then Caleb then stroked her other leg and she was like, oh dear. Okay. All right. Oh no. See what happens here. And then they both just slowly are coming up towards her nether regions.
She does fucking nothing to stop
she
it.
just sits there. It's like, we'll just see how this turns out, I reckon. So they're both like literally gliding up and then both of their hands clash in the middle and she's like, okay, gotta go. So she just like stands and legs it out. And then she's like having a little look around and she's going around the palace. She finds Darius in a room and he is on the throne. So he's looking all sexy. He's on the throne. He's in the throne room on the throne. He's looking like all sexy and she's like having little chats with him, like swaying towards him and stuff. And she gets on her knees to go and do bits with her mouth. And he's like, you don't belong on your knees. And I was like, oh.
It's giving my house, my chair, my
women. Is! Yes! Anyway, so she like climbs on top of him and they end up doing it and it was absolutely fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
And I loved the whole thing.
The spice in this really did kick up a notch. It really did. I know we haven't talked about it much because obviously there still isn't that much, but it did kick up a notch. And what we did get was nice.
Yeah.
I'm hoping as the books go on, we'll have a little bit more spice to chit-chat about. Yeah. But yeah, that was good.
Oh, yeah.
She's all wet now, isn't she? Yeah. I did say don't touch her.
I know. I was just being nice. Just quickly, I wanted to just discuss Lionel before we finish. So obviously Claraara is now back and obviously Lionel and her were doing bits.
They were doing the downward dog.
They were doing spicy things.
Yeah.
So where do we think that's going to go? Because obviously in his head, she ain't coming back. He didn't realise that she was in this like sort of limbo area.
I feel like he's going to be absolutely raging.
He's going to be fucking livid.
Yeah. He's going to be like, I thought you were dead.
I thought I got rid of you because I've got some other cheekers.
Yeah.
Back in my room.
Yep.
You can't come in here ruining my feng shui.
Unless it could go the opposite way. Like, oh my god, imagine if it came out that Lionel, like, loved her or some shit.
Loved her all along and it just didn't go his way to begin with.
Well, like, what if, like, he did love her, but he just felt like he needed to use her as a sacrifice, but he did love her, and then she turns up and he's like, oh my god, Clara! Like...
But then that would be him being nice, and I just don't feel like he's got that in him.
Yeah.
Like, at all. Not even a little bit.
He's like a villain.
Yeah. And also, with Darius now not having an Elysian mate and being star-crossed, which will obviously be in his little eyeballs, Lionel's probably going to kick off about that as well.
Yeah.
I would have thought quite badly.
Do you think he would have... How do you think he would have reacted if they did become Elysian mates?
I think either way he would have been livid.
Yeah, I agree. I would agree
like,
with that.
There's no way of...
There was no right answer there, was there, for in his eyes?
I mean, Darius could turn around and say, do you know what? I said no because of who we are. Like, we don't want them on the throne. Like, and he could probably get away with it in that way. God, so many things that are going to come. I'm actually well excited.
I know, me too.
Other than the fact it's going to take us 3 days to listen to the audiobook.
Literally.
Because
it's the longest book that's existed on Earth. Well, it's not, but you know what I mean.
But yeah, it's going to be a great time. Can't wait.
Yeah. Okay, I think that's everything. So in 2 weeks' time, we will be back again for another ZA podcast, plus our weekly wrap-up as well. If you're into it, give that a listen / watch as well. The next ZA book will be book 5 and book 5.5. Yes. What's book 5 called?
Cursed Fates.
Oh.
Live and Let Lionel, I think, is 8.86.
I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, it is. So you've got 8.
Yeah, but they say to read Live and Let Lionel at the end. Don't they? I think they say, guys, can you correct us if we're wrong? But I'm pretty sure I'll need to check the reading order, but I'm
pretty sure. Because when I went on Goodreads the other day, it was 8.5 and Live and Let Lionel. They were the two in the middle between 8 and 9.
Because you're supposed to do 8 and 8.5 as a tandem.
Which we can't do.
And then I thought you would go into 9, and then you did Live and Let Lionel as the finisher.
I think Live and Let Lionel is sandwiched. I'm sure it's 8.6.
After 8.5. Okay. Let us know when you guys read it. If you've already read the whole series, can you let us know when you read Live and Let Lionel, please? So the next book is called Cursed Fates. And then it's Fated Throne. Oh, that sounds exciting. And then it's Heartless Sky, Sorrow and Starlight.
Sorrow and Starlight looks fucking mental.
I'm not gonna lie, they're not good names. They're not giving good vibes.
They're not giving anything away.
Cursed Fates. I mean, surely that's going to be related to their star-crossed.
Yeah, you think so?
Lovers situation.
Fated Throne.
Ooh.
I mean, that sounds bad.
I feel like that's when we're going to find out who actually takes the throne. Do you think?
Heartless Sky. What could that be about?
Do you reckon that's where we'll get more answers on the Elysian mate situation?
Maybe, yeah.
Heartless Sky. Fuck knows. Anyway, we'll be back in 2 weeks with book 5 and book 5.5.
Yes.
I think that's everything for today.
It is indeed.
We'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, holy shit.
That was so aggressive.
It really was.